This is the Mid-American Conference on ESPN. What a beautiful football October Saturday is inside InfoCision Stadium here on the campus of the University of Akron. Terrific matchup today in the MAC. Chuck Martin's got his Miami Redhawks in the tangle with Joe Moorhead and the Akron Zips. Great to see you, everybody. You come to the right place, guarantee you that. Michael Rega alongside my partner, Ryan Cavanaugh. Let's start with Miami. Running back situation, TBD. They lost Kenny Tracy, one of the best in the MAC last week. How do you expect them to get around the issues they have and the numbers they have, Ryan?
Well, they're going to lean on some youth, and they're going deep in the depth chart. They're looking to see Jordan Brunson, who carried the ball 20 times last week. He'll start back there. But we may see 3-4 running backs as well as a couple slot receivers when they need speed, because so many of their backs are big power backs. So keep an eye on the running back position. And this game, Michael, is going to be best on best, and I mean Miami's offense against a very tough Akron defense who's playing at a very high level right now. They got linebacker Gage Summers back last week. And at all three levels, Akron, I think, is playing the best football of the season. And most importantly, they're doing it at the most important times. They're creating turnovers. They're playing great on 3rd and 4th down. And they're defending very well in the red zone.
What a fantastic October Saturday, huh? Gotta love it for college football. 61 degrees, no rain in the forecast, and this is going to be one that probably we'll look back at winner and loser this one as we get about another month down the road in the Mid-American Conference. And Ryan, I think we're going to say, oh yeah, that second Saturday in October, Miami at Akron went a long way toward deciding the MAC title. So that's what we have at hand. So let's go. Time to play football. InfoCision Stadium, the home of the Akron Zips, with the Miami Redhawks in town. Dom Jobin got it teed up, and let's go. Underway, and that's one of those non-returnable bombs, and we'll bring out the offense of the Akron Zips. And Ryan, that means Ben Finley, his quarterback, who last week threw for 252 yards and 3 TDs in that big Akron win here over Central Michigan.
I thought Finley was outstanding last week. He improved on those numbers, 62% completion. He's done a much better job of protecting the football. He had one bad decision last week. That was an interception on a pass into the flat. But other than that, Finley made some big-time guy who plays on Sunday type throws last week.
Lead running back last week, Jordan Gant, the 205-pounder for Akron, had a big performance. Finley will gun that out, and he'll put a strike on Marcel Williams. Williams, with his 10th grab of the year, caught 2 for 33 in the win over Northern Illinois last week. Going quick is Joe Moorhead's offense. First carry of the afternoon for Jordan Gant. Probably enough to move the sticks. Yes, indeed. 2 snaps, Ryan Cavanaugh, first down, number 1 of the day for the Akron offense.
You get 5 yards per play. That's what you want. And Alan Jones, the right guard, is down on the field.
Yeah, Jones did not get up after his blocking assignment on that Jordan Gant carry. All right, let's take a quick timeout, and we'll tell you about Alan Jones when we return.
Michael, the big story last week for Akron was Jordan Gant getting it done on the ground, but he wasn't alone. You get a tight end coming across, you get a great seal by the guard and the tackle and a running lane for Gant, so he was able to run through the outside. Then he comes inside, and again, watch the guard get to the second level, able to seal the linebackers, and then Gant right through that gap for another big gain. He had 176 on the ground and a touchdown, but he also did it through the air. You're going to see play action to the bottom of the screen. Watch the reaction from the circled Chippewas, and Gant's going all the way up the side. He gets a little help from his friend at the 5-yard line, the wide receiver. May have been a flag blocking the safety, but Gant was outstanding last week, and he's already got 1 for 5 this afternoon on that last first down carry.
Now Ben Finley with a lot of time to throw, and he hooked up with Connor Kravick, his tight end. So they had 3 snaps, picked up 2 first downs. There's the latest Connor Kravick, 250-pound redshirt sophomore out of Cincinnati, making that grab. Finley was really good last week in that win over Central Michigan, as we saw. We got a flag over there on that Miami sideline.
Offense, number 72, 5-yard penalty, first down.
That's the center, Colin Lyons, for Akron. So Lyons, the 5th-year senior out of McKeesport, PA, got flagged. It cost Akron 5. Just underway, only a minute and 2 seconds in, and Akron has put together a couple of first downs on this drive. Back to the ground game. That's a strong lower the pad carry for Jordan Gant. So on that first down call, Gant got those 5 back in penalty. Ryan, what you got keys-wise today?
Well, Akron's showing it right now, win on first down. They've done that so far through a couple plays, and for Miami, they need to get it going on the ground. We talked about the depleted running back room.
False start, offense, number 2, 5-yard penalty, second down.
But the depleted running back room for Miami, they want to stay balanced. They need to establish a run game to open up passing lanes for DeQuan Finn. And what Akron needs to do is stop hurting themselves right now.
That's 2 already on those false start motion penalties. Ben Finley, this 5th-year senior, Phoenix, Arizona, also played at Cal and NC State. Finley off that play fake, he gunned that out. Hauled in by Israel Polk. Polk last week, Ryan, even in the win, Joe Moorhead said, we got to get Polk a little bit more involved. Only a couple of catches for 14 yards last week.
A good sign for Akron in the backfield is Sean Patrick, who hasn't played much this year due to injury, but he brings a different element to the run game than Gant. He's shifty, he's fast, and he's a good receiver.
All right, this is 3rd and 10. Finley going to trigger that out. That's caught. Busting off that tackle was Marcel Williams. 5'11", 200-pound redshirt freshman, started his career at Marshall. And what did Joe Moorhead tell us this week? He said we're getting closer to getting him more opportunities to catch the football and make plays for us.
Well, they were pleased with his 2 catches last week, but we're on the first drive. He's already got 2 catches.
That's right, yep.
And with that play right there, yards after catch, fighting through blocks, dynamic receiver with the ball in the hands, you understand why it's a focus for Joe Moorhead.
And we were very impressed with the Ben Finley-led offense a week ago. So there's Sean Patrick on the carry. And again, Ryan just said it. Joe Moorhead told us this week he should play versus Miami. Got his first carry of the day. Now that puts him over 200 yards on the season. And Ryan averaging almost 5 per tote with a touchdown is Sean Patrick. He's a 180-pound redshirt freshman. Hometown guy, right? Chagrin Falls, Ohio, Kenston High School. Second and 4 after Patrick got 6. Now that RPO and Patrick again. That should be enough for a first down. The line to make was right at the 25-yard line. Yeah, move the sticks. Ryan, we saw this last week. We were very impressed with Ben Finley and the way that Akron offensively not only moved the football, but threw in some big plays with it.
When you have the arm talent that Finley has, we just saw from the near hash thrown it to the opposite sideline to Williams, and the offensive line and the tight ends are blocking the way they do. That combination makes Akron very dangerous offensively.
And we'll tell you about that O-line in a minute, off that quick play fake and gunning the out. That low throw from Finley was hauled in by Israel Polks. Oh, yeah. Well, Joe Moorhead does not tell tales to us, does he? When we talk to him during the week, he said we're going to get Polk more involved. We're going to get Marcel Williams more involved. And on this first drive, he's found ways to get them the football. 2nd and 7. Finley, a lot of time. Guns his throw into open space and inside the 5-yard line after the catch. And he was standing all by himself, was Marcel Williams. First down, Akron inside the Miami 5.
That's a great play. Throw by Finley and catch by Williams, but the offensive line created a big, wide pocket for Finley to get comfortable in, and they're coming pistol, inverted wishbone.
Finley off that quick play fake. Through back of the end zone, and it was on the hand briefly. But incomplete. Coming up 2nd down and goal now.
Nice run pass option. And Finley does a good job of throwing it where only his receiver can get to the football. That was actually Michael Johnson Jr., the backup quarterback who was in the game. He's in the backfield. He's sidecar right in that inverted wishbone next to Finley. So get ready for some trickeration here.
He wears number 15, Michael Johnson Jr., who got the start at quarterback to replace the injured Ben Finley in that loss at Toledo 2 weeks ago.
Number 56, 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
Keelan Davis, young man out of Indianapolis, Ben Davis High, who's playing one of those interior guard spots for Joe Moorhead in Akron today. So that movement cost Akron 5. And they're looking at 2nd down and goal now from the 9.
Michael Johnson, the quarterback, comes out of the game, replaced by Miles Walker, more traditional offensive set.
Back to the ground game, but Miami was all over that as Jordan Gant got knocked down just as he got the football, and in on that hit was Adam Trick. Trick is a 250-pound junior out of Wayne High School in Dayton. What Chuck Martin was telling us, nobody works harder than Adam Trick on his Miami Redhawks football team. 3rd down and goal now from the 11 after the big play from Adam Trick. Finley in a gun end zone. He got picked off. It was deflected and then intercepted. Miami coming up with the INT, as on that pick was Adam Trick.
Michael, they bring a blitz up the middle, and Trick drops back into coverage. The ball is deflected by Eli Blakely, and the defensive end dropping back catches it off the tip. And what looked to be a 5-star, just as you draw it up, drive for Akron stalls out due to penalties, and then an errant pass that gets intercepted.
So Adam Trick with his first INT of the year. He came in today as one of the bellwethers of the Miami offense. Redhawks have the football, still scoreless at Infocision. Let's take a look at the 6th-year senior starting quarterback out of the Motor City of Detroit, DeQuan Finn for the Miami Redhawks. Those are his numbers a week ago, Ryan, at Northern Illinois. But 6 years in the college programs and at 25 years of age, DeQuan Finn has just about experienced everything a quarterback can in college football. And now he looks a little funny, I got to tell you. After 4 years with the Toledo Rockets, 3 of those as a starter, and then, of course, going to Baylor for a year. DeQuan Finn, you see his numbers on the year. We'll tell you about our conversation with Chuck Martin with regard to Finn as we go along on these first couple of drives. Well, the running back room, as we told you, is just absolutely in chaos today for the Miami Redhawks. That first carry for Miami will go to Jordan Brunson, the 5th-year senior out of Alpharetta, Georgia, and he took over those number 1 duties. So with Kenny Tracy out for the season with a knee injury, Deshaunte Jones, Tito Glass, Josh Ringer, none of them have played a lot of football, but that's what this room entails right now. Now Finn off that RPO, and DeQuan Finn will come across the 20-yard line, and that'll move the sticks. And we've seen a whole lot, Ryan, of DeQuan Finn calling Toledo Rockets games, and there he is. And, of course, a real dual threat guy as far as quarterbacking goes in college football.
You see at the bottom there, 97 total touchdowns with leads, all active FBS players. A couple guys right there at the high 90s with him.
4 wide receivers as Finn awaits this first down snap. Gonna gun that quick out and put it on. His wide receiver Keith Reynolds, transfer, played for the Washington Huskies, a young man from California.
Well, when you are struggling, I don't want to say struggling with the running game, but when there's the question marks that they have, you want to get it to your speed guys on the outside like Reynolds, and that serves almost the same purpose as a run. Get it to him right away and then get some positive yards. Good gain on first down.
So 4 wide receivers, 3 you see at the top of your screen. In this formation, Finn looking to throw the football, is going to take a shot, threw it out of bounds. Too tall for wide receiver Deion Colsey. Deion Colsey's the size guy. There he is. He's 6'4", Ryan, all of that, and 210 pounds. And, of course, he started his career at Notre Dame.
And a veteran at Notre Dame. Coach Martin was talking this week about transfers, and a lot of them, well, they've been somewhere else. They haven't really played, so they're essentially freshmen. But Colsey coached up a lot of reps at Notre Dame.
All right, 3rd down and 5 for DeQuan Finn. 4 wide receivers again, 2 by 2 on each side of the formation. Finn to put it up. That pocket breaks down. This is where Finn can be a load, but look at the play defensively made by that Akron defense, and that came from Bruno Dahl, the 260-pound defensive end out of Hamburg, Germany.
Michael, that's Bruno Dahl tackling Finn in space. You know, they brought Gage Summers on a blitz up the middle. Dahl dropped off, and when DeQuan Finn ran, he was all alone in open space and able to wrangle him to the ground to bring the punt unit out.
Terrence Thomas, the solo punt returner for Akron. He's standing at his 30-yard line, but we've got flags, whistles.
This is going to be an interesting call, Michael, because the right guard on the punt team got out of his stance and was pointing because he thought the defender had jumped off sides.
Well, if it's on Akron,
defense,
and it is, that's a first down for Miami.
The offensive player to react. 5-yard penalty will result in a first down.
Causing the offensive player to react. Do you like this particular infraction now?
Well, you know what, now that I look at it on replay, Michael, he was still in the neutral zone when the defender, or the offensive player rather, got up and pointed at him. originally, when I watched it live, I thought he had returned to his spot, and then the reaction from the offensive lineman was late. But I like the call in Miami with the fresh set of downs.
Yeah, well, that's the large part of it for the Miami Redhawks. They get the offense back on the football field. 32-yard line, Finn off the play fake. He's going to take that shot up top. Broken up nicely as out of that secondary, Malcolm DeWalt. It looked like DeWalt got a hand on that as that throw was intended for Cole Weaver of Miami.
Cole Weaver's a big outside receiver, 6'3", and you see DeWalt doing just enough to distract. He got a piece of the hand at a minimum of Cole Weaver.
6'2" corner, Ryan.
Yeah, you got to be that
DeWalt.
size.
Yeah,
cover on the outside.
So DeWalt was not at a huge disadvantage there as he battled with 6'3" Cole Weaver. Finn, pocket broke down. Look at Daquan Finn keep the play alive. Finn will get pushed out of bounds at about the 39-yard line. Now, he broke out of an Akron hit from Bruno Dull.
Michael, they had 3 wide receivers to the left, and then they motioned the running back out over, and then it's a quarterback draw for Finn because with all those receivers to one side, Gage Summers had to vacate. So there's just one linebacker in the middle. They had numbers, and that's when you see that empty formation with Finn in the backfield, always look for a quarterback draw.
4 wide receivers on this 3rd and 3. Finn with time, gun the out, delivered that strike as he put it on his wide receiver, and making that catch was Cam Perry. Perry's more of the slot guy, the smallest receiver, runs routes very, very well. And Chuck Martin told us he has made a huge jump in his abilities with this offense.
Perry's a dynamic player. He said he is one of the players who's made the biggest jump from last year to this year, and he called him a handful for anyone to cover. That time, excellent separation by Perry.
So on the move now, Daquan Finn and the Miami Redhawks. Finn's just going to throw this football out of bounds. That play looked disjointed. A couple of linemen, offensive linemen, Ryan, never moved.
Right, and they got a flag down on the field because of it. I mean, only half the offense knew what the snap count was.
Exactly, yeah. So our white hat today is Chris LeMange.
Intentional grounding. Offense, number 1. Spot foul, loss of down. Will be 2nd down.
How about that? And I guarantee you Daquan Finn is probably a bit perplexed, Ryan. He's thinking, wait a minute now. All my offensive linemen weren't aware of the snap count. Wasn't the penalty generated right there? If you're Finn, right? He obviously just threw the ball away.
Yeah, LaVenture came in untouched, and that's not how you design it. Look at those penalties already. Has not been a clean first half.
Not at all.
First quarter, rather.
Yeah, 10 minutes is
what am I talking about?
Is all we've played. And the flags and whistles have been plentiful. 2nd and 10 now for Daquan Finn from their own 45. Ground game and not much there for Jordan Brunson. Brunson's a 230-pound fifth-year senior. Started his career at Virginia Tech. Carried it 20 times a week ago at Northern Illinois for 73 yards in that Miami road win.
He's a straight-ahead downhill runner. Big power back. Nice play defensively by Marcus Boswell and LaVenture. And now 3rd and 10.
And this Akron defense starting to grow as the season progresses. Finn, a lot of time. Daquan Finn will pull the football down and now gun late. And that throw is incomplete. He was trying to find, again, that 6'4" Dion Colsey. And punt time again for the Miami Redhawks.
Coach Tim Tebesar, from defensive coordinator for Akron, said plan A is we're going to rush with 4 and see if we can disrupt the quarterback. They were able to do it that time, and it was good to see Cam Cheatham, who's missed some time this year at defensive end, and he was the one that was in the face of DeQuan Finn.
A real good football player is Cam Cheatham out of Pittsburgh. Backing up is Terrence Thomas, that punt returner for Akron. And that football will be downed, and Akron is going to start at the 17-yard line. No score when we come back. Who'll be most impactful today? Ryan Cavanaugh, who do you have for both Akron and Miami?
I think Jordan Gant stays hot. He's had 2 excellent weeks coming out of the backfield. And Jackson Kuwatch coming off maybe the best game of the season. Coach Martin believes he's playing his best football of the season right now. And I like those 2 guys because they're going to be staring through the face masks at each other the entire afternoon.
Kuwatch, fifth-year senior, 6 tackles, a sack, a TFL last week. Played terrific. Get the RPO game out, and Finley is going to try to get the run game moving with Jordan Gant. And Gant, tell you one more time, what a magnificent performance last week, Ryan. 176 yards, averaging better than 5.5 per tote.
Yeah, that time it was Kuwatch's linebacker mate, Corbin Handrew, on the tackle.
Finley wants to put it up. Dangerous deep out. Well, dangerous indeed, as lurking around was Luke Evans. Evans, good size off that corner for Miami, broke that up as it was intended for Connor Kravick.
You know, there's a danger of having an arm as strong as Ben Finley. It gives
you think you can make every throw?
That's exactly right. Well,
You know you can make every throw.
Yeah,
right?
you can, but you know, there's a difference between making the throws and making it with the defender draped over your receiver.
Understood. This is 3rd down and 9 now. Finley's got to come up with something to keep the drive alive. Not going to happen as he got taken down near the line of scrimmage. That Miami hit came from, was that James Schott? It was. Schott, one of the backup defensive ends on the stop.
Nice play by Schott. Coming off the edge. Miami up front will rotate more players than Akron will. They keep the bodies fresh. Punt team on the field for Akron. Finley just not able to get away from shot.
Braden Johnson is the Akron Zips punter. He's going to hit that from about the 6. Very high kick, but did not really get it to drive the way he wanted to, and it's fair caught, and Miami from their 46-yard line is going to have excellent field position after Lionel Billups-Williams on the fair catch.
Best starting field position for either team early in this game.
So that'll get, again, DeQuan Finn, 6-year quarterback. Impact players from you, Ryan. Other way now. Miami offense, Akron D.
We've already seen Keith Reynolds on the outside getting involved. He may even line up in the backfield. And Cyrus Durham, we loved his game last week, Michael. Attacking the quarterback. Plays very good against the run and the pass.
Finn on the RPO run game. Jordan Brunson. Brunson probably got 4 before he was knocked down. In on that Akron Zips hit defensively. It was Ronald Hull. Hull is a 300-pound sophomore out of Washington, D.C. Going quickly is DeQuan Finn. He gunned that quick out. Finn's throw hauled in by Cam Perry. Perry got upended. It's going to bring up 3rd down, and we'll call it about 4.
Reds, look at Mekhi Flowers right there coming up to make the hit. Nice blocking on the edge. Elijah Reed was taken out, but Flowers came up with bad intentions.
Speaking of bad intentions, look at this Akron defense getting after it again. Gage Summers, the 5th-year senior out of Chandler, Arizona, on that knockdown stop. And Chuck Martin tells his punt team, let's go. Let's punt the football away. So excellent field position to start that drive for Miami, and they didn't do much with it.
Big reason for that was Gage Summers. You know, they always have the preseason MAC all-league team. They should have the sleeper team, and Gage Summers would be the captain of that this year.
Got a really good year. And they didn't have him in that loss at Toledo a couple of weeks ago, and Chuck Martin told us it really became obvious. All right, let's take a look at this Miami Redhawks defense. Ryan, what has it shown so far in this one?
Well, they're attacking up front. You know, they're more base than a lot of teams. You're going to see a lot of the same coverages, but they're effective. What they do is mix up who's coming, and we saw a trick on the interception there. Shot coming down, playing along the line of scrimmage, and bringing Finley to the ground. When you play the Miami defense, you know what to expect. They're going to be fundamental. They're going to be responsible in their gaps and their responsibilities, and when they hit you, they're going to tackle you. Not a lot of missed tackles from Miami. And another penalty.
Yeah, on that snap, that is probably going to cost Akron 5.
False start. Offense, number 57. 5-yard penalty. 1st down.
That is the backup center, Delvin Morris, and Joe Moorhead, his offensive line, those 10, meaning the 2 deep. That play offensive line, all of them seeing a lot of playing time here in the first half of the season. And Morris got hit there. 1st and 15 now. This is Ben Finley. Throw that throwback screen into traffic. It was hauled in by Kyan Mason. Mason made the grab, but just not much room to operate.
I just described exactly who this team is. Responsible, fundamental. When they hit you, they bring you down. And they did all of that on that play. That's William Goodvine III, who was all over Mason.
2nd and 18. Finley's going to gun middle. That in route, that dig was hauled in, and that was Cameron Montero. Montero making his 6th catch of the year.
That strong arm I was talking about, Michael,
yeah.
Make all the throws. Sometimes it benefits you. That time, found a window just over the linebackers on a line from Finley's hand into the hands of Montero, and it's going to be enough for a first down.
Yeah, the side judge telling the
end of the first quarter.
Telling the chain gang, come on, let's go. That's the first down on that throw from Finley. That interception was huge for the Adam Trick in Miami. It stopped an opportunity for Akron points. We're scoreless after one in Akron. Well, a lot of flags, a lot of whistles so far in this one, as you see, the penalty yards per game. Miami up at 67 per. Akron better, 37 per. Plentiful, though, in the first quarter. Finley all kinds of time. Then delivered his throw underneath. And that was caught for a very short gain. Making that catch was Cameron Montero. Montero is a 190-pound redshirt freshman. Started his career at Pitt before Joe Moorhead brought him here to the Akron Zips. On second down, Finley will throw that in route, but it was well behind Montero. So the timing not in sync there. Ryan, when you throw that quick slant or that quick in, quarterback's got to get the football out, not only out quickly, but out in front of the receiver, yeah.
Well, I could see down on the field, Finley was looking at his receiver and using his hands, and I don't know, because it looked like an RPO, if he thought he was going to hook up, but they clearly were not on the same page. But yes, the slant, not 5 yards behind him.
Yeah, 3rd and 7 now. Finley stepping up, a lot of green in front of him. First down and more. Ben Finley 210-pound fifth-year senior will move the chains. First down, Akron. Quarterback uses his legs here.
Michael, I know we're talking a lot about the running backs, the receivers, and the quarterback, but this offensive line, that play is only possible if the offensive line picks up the blitz, which they did. It's only possible if they protect and form that pocket, which they did. They've been outstanding so far. Look at this protection.
Quick play fake, and Finley will gun the out. Possibly enough to move the sticks again. Got a quick 10 there. Tim Greer made his first catch of the day. Greer, fifth-year player that came to the Akron program from Fresno State. You're kind of getting the theme about Joe Moorhead and his coaching staff really hitting the portal this past offseason. Yeah, they did. Jordan Gant got knocked down for no gain.
Michael, last week there were 20 completions for the Akron Zip quarterbacks, and they hit 9 different receivers. This afternoon so far, 9 completions for Finley, 6 different receivers. So he's spreading the wealth, getting everybody involved.
Well, that was the thing. During the offseason, we talked to Joe Moorhead about what's your selling point, and he said, well, especially for my offensive players, the skill guys, I'm going to tell them you're going to get the football like that and see the football. That dig in between the hash marks is hauled in again by Cameron Montero. Montero seems to be a focal point of the receiving corps today.
Yeah, coming from the outside. Nice job. They had 2 in-breaking routes, almost trailing each other, and Montero has been open quite a bit this afternoon.
He has. And again, Joe Moorhead told us in no uncertain terms, we are going to get more production from our receiving corps. We have to, or we're going to die trying.
And the pass opens up the run opens up the pass. I love offensively, Akron will bring their tight end across. This time it's Kravac coming through, leading up through the hole. Nice first down run by Gant.
Yeah, Gant got 7. So approaching the red zone are the Akron Zips. First carry of the day, second carry of the day for Sean Patrick. Patrick, redshirt freshman, local kid, Kenston High School. And again, Joe Moorhead early in the week said we're going to get Patrick involved today. And true to his word, he has. Still moving the sticks once again. Now red zone time. The 19-yard line. Again, more RPO. Well, this time that Miami defense stood strong, taking Sean Patrick probably for a loss of a couple, as that was Eli Blakey. There's Blakey, one of the outstanding defensive secondary performers that we have in the MAC. And Chuck Martin told us this week Blakey's playing his best football of his career for us right now.
Blakey and Silas Walters, 2 of the safeties for the Redhawks, are 2 of the more veteran players. They got a lot of young defensive backs, but not only have they played well, they've been great leaders and patient with the young guys, bringing them along.
2nd and 11. We're 4 minutes and some change into this scoreless second quarter. Finley trying to spin away from traffic, and then they'll throw it out of bounds in the end zone. Bring up 3rd down and long now. 3rd and 11 as Miami's going to get that dime package out defensively and add a couple of DBs. So the best we just mentioned, Eli Blakey and Silas Walters. The veterans, 5th-year guys, both of them. They're the 2 best in this Miami secondary for Chuck Martin. They played a lot of football here as Miami Redhawks. Joe Moorhead's going to get a timeout here before this 3rd down and
Timeout.
11 snap.
Akron.
All right, we'll take it with them. Still
This will be
scoreless.
immediate timeout.
Akron trying to put points on the board. take a look how this Akron Zips drive has unfolded. Of course, led by quarterback Ben Finley.
Done a nice job. This primarily was throwing the football, and he's getting great protection from his offensive line, spreading the ball around as we talked about, and also moving around. We see him hitting it towards the sidelines, Montero over the middle. This is a crucial play for Ben Finley. Protect the football is the first priority. Obviously, you'd like to get to move the football, get a first down, but they cannot afford a turnover. They want to come away with some points here.
On 3rd and 11, Finley with time. Take a shot, end zone. In front of that route on that throw toward Tim Greer. And it looks like the cornerback for, is that Caleb Martin? Yeah, it was.
Team injury.
Caleb Martin came down looking like he landed awkwardly on either the right leg, right side of the body. All right. Still scoreless. We'll be right back to Akron.
Michael, we just talked about Ben Finley making good decisions with the football. You're going to see Greer coming across the field, and this is when Finley throws it. He never sees Caleb Martin, who's going to come in your screen. And there's Martin, who looks like the intended receiver, doesn't get the interception. Greer actually gets a hand on it, and then landing awkwardly was Caleb Martin. But sometimes as a quarterback, Michael, you see a guy breaking open, you throw it to a spot, and you don't realize there's a defender at that spot. So you have to really scan the whole field with your eyes, especially in the red zone here. And now Wiley's going to have an opportunity for a field goal to put Akron on the board.
From 37 yards away, straight in front of the uprights, Owen Wiley. 4 of 9, though, on the year. Wiley from 37 yards. A lot of leg, but he pushed it wide left. So Owen Wiley now just 4 of 10 on the year. We stay scoreless in Akron. seasons ago showed a 19-0 Miami win over Akron, 2023 season. That's where Shad Amos, a couple of touchdown runs, 1-yarder and a 30-yarder, on his way to a 118-yard night on 15 carries, all part of the 19-0 as Amos goes to the zone but 30 yards away. 19-0 Miami over Akron. Let me take a look at the series history there. It's been pretty much dominated by Miami. They're a plus 14. Akron's last win 9 years ago, right here at Infocision, a 35-13 belting of Miami. But they haven't beaten the Red Hawks in 9 seasons, as DeQuan Finn has got his Miami offense back on the football field. Finn's going to gun middle. Short hop that, incomplete.
Coach Martin talked this week about scouting and planning his defense against DeQuan Finn when he was the quarterback at Toledo. And he said, we knew we could run the ball. We knew he threw a beautiful deep ball, but we thought that the intermediate and the short routes were difficult. And he thought that was an area of improvement this year for Finn, and he continues to improve. But that's an example there of a pass that he just missed on a little bit low that should have been a first down completion.
60-year senior now out of the Motor City of Detroit. Here's DeQuan Finn with his legs.
And that's an example of the positives of DeQuan Finn that Coach Martin had to prepare for when he played against him.
That's right, a quick 15 yards there for Finn. DeQuan came into today on the year. And again, remember now, sacks are taken away from a quarterback's rushing performance, but he came in averaging a little over 4 yards per carry, 90 yards on 21 carries. As you take a look at the MAC leaders active in rushing yards, and there's DeQuan Finn, third in that category.
I think it's a disservice to quarterbacks that the sack yardage goes against their rushing. Well,
of course you would. Now going to run that misdirection from the inside, and Keith Reynolds rolling on the carry. Reynolds got a lot of speed. Again, a young man from started his career as a Washington Husky in the Pac-12.
Well, even though he lines up as a wide receiver and comes across formation in motion and he takes it on the jet sweep, that is an example of using Keith Reynolds as a running back, or certainly at a minimum in the running game.
Got 5 there, so it's called second down and 5 now as we are 6 minutes into quarter number 2 here. 9 left, it's still scoreless. Finn will fire the quick out. Got a few yards as he hooked up again. Was that Reynolds again? I believe it was.
Sure was. Really trying to get him the football. They're trying to get the football out on the edges, Michael. Again, the running backs that are available to them, Jordan Brunson's 230, Deshaunte Jones 248, Tito Glass over 230. So, you're looking for speed. You're not going to get it from them. They're all kind of the same power back. So you're looking for Reynolds and some of the wide receivers on the outside to give you that speed.
In case you're just joining us, they're without Kenny Tracy today and also without Josh Ringer today. They'll run the football there and power their way behind that veteran offensive line. And Jordan Brunson's got that first down. So good look at Brunson. Great size, 230 pounds, 50-year senior out of Alpharetta, Georgia. Started his career as a Virginia Tech Hokie. You depict him, he's a physical runner, runs well behind his pads, and likes that tackle-to-tackle game, running the football. Stay with Jordan Brunson. Brunson got some room out on the edge, and he got 7 there. It'll bring up second down at 3 after that 7-yard carry from Jordan Brunson.
Really nice job up front by this offensive line, who also comes in banged up. Got a lot of moving pieces. Good to see Chris Manu, number 72, at center. Coach Martin wasn't sure how much he could play. The right guard, Austin Uke, is not going to play today, which means they have a lot of people moving guard, center, tackle.
All right, that's second and 3. Finn will gun that quick out. That's hauled in. Got a late flag behind that as Keith Reynolds made that catch Now they're spotting that at the 33-yard line, but Reynolds out of bounds, and then the flag was thrown. So let's see. Miami's walking back.
Going to get a hold on the outside, I believe, Michael.
Holding. Offense number 84. 10-yard penalty. Second down.
That's Cole Weaver. I think it's Elijah Reed that he was blocking. So yeah, see, he's got him. It's Elijah Reed, and that, I don't know if you call that a block as much as an attempted takedown, but you can't wrap your arms around a guy when you're trying to block him. Right in front of the side judge, easy call.
Well, that takes away what would have been the first down on the trip into, again, what would have been Akron territory. But that was flagged and brought back, and so now Miami's looking at 2nd and 13. The line to make is at the Akron 43-yard line for quarterback Daquan Finn. 4 wide receivers, 3 at the bottom of your screen. Finn's going to gun that quick out. A few yards on that as it was hauled in by Keith Reynolds. So it looks like Finn today with Keith Reynolds. And, of course, Cam Perry looking to be his guys that he trusts in to get the football to.
The game's about getting speed on the edges with the football, and they're trying to get Keith Reynolds loose, that time on the bubble route. But Akron has been very disciplined on the edges. We're going to spread them out here using the entire field.
Yeah, 4 wide receivers on 3rd and 9. Now, Finn might be changing the play. Longer snap count. Finn trying to avoid pressure. Finn now going to take the shot deep into traffic. Flags, 1, 2, 3 flags thrown. It was broken up, intended for 6'4" Dion Colsey, but it looks like Akron's going to get hit. Was that Justin Anderson?
Good. Pass interference. Defense number 4. 15-yard penalty. Automatic. First down.
This play was created by the feet of Daquan Finn. Akron did a nice job of pressuring him, but Finn's able to buy himself some time. And when Justin Anderson loses sight of the ball and his back is to the line of scrimmage, Colsey can see it, he can't, and he gets too much of his hands on the jersey of Colsey. And they throw the flag. 4-inch height advantage. Look at those penalties now. 8 combined penalties, 6 of those on Akron. That was another big one.
Yeah, coming out of the win for Akron over Central Michigan last week, Justin Anderson was questionable, but he went full go Wednesday and Thursday. Now Finn dangerously put that football up short, and Malcolm DeWalt got all over it. DeWalt, the corner, there's DeWalt, showing you his hops there to deflect that incomplete.
Jordan Brunson had a lot of running room. If that ball cleared the hand of DeWalt, which it didn't, Brunson had an opportunity to make a explosive play.
2nd and 10 now. Miami trying to stay on the move from the Akron 37-yard line with quarterback Daquan Finn running the show. Finn off that RPO play fake will keep the football. How about that terrific one-on-one takedown from Mekhi Flowers. Flowers, 200-pound redshirt junior, Harrisburg, PA, had 7 tackles last week, Ryan. 5 of them unassisted in the win over Central Michigan.
And Mekhi Flowers continues to progress. He's playing well in run support, as you just saw right there, as well as coverage. Coach Tibbs, very complimentary of Flowers' play so far this year.
Well, big play for both units right here. Daquan Finn and the Miami offense in this Akron D. 3rd and 10. Line to make the 27 of Akron. Pressure coming. Finn will step up through middle. He threw into double coverage there, trying to locate his wideout, Cole Weaver. Akron with excellent coverage.
Well, this is sort of thrown across your body, and he doesn't really see all the people involved, possibly Brian Shane unable to bring it in. Both offenses have been able to move the football a little bit, yet stall when they really need a big play in the other team's side of the field.
Pierce Stainton. There's Stainton. You see that number, red number 34 in his back, to boot this away. Trying to get it to settle down inside the 5. It kind of kicked backward upfield on him, and Miami's going to down that football at the 14-yard line. How about the day of Ben Finley today? This is what he's done, as Finley showing that arm talent of his, of course. Ryan, he had him down inside Miami's 10 once and had a deflected pass picked off.
Yeah, he's shown that he can play at any level with the arm strength, his ability to find receivers. A couple of the decisions, especially in the red zone, haven't been great, but his numbers aren't bad. 11 of 17, 109 yards. Only one, there they are, only one interception.
I'm going to start on the ground here with this, again, RPO game, and on that first down carry is their bellwether, Jordan Gant. Gant, the 205-pound senior, and he only got one for Joe Moorhead's offense.
Timeout.
We've got
for an injury on the offense.
That's DJ Johnson, I believe, the left tackle, who's down for Akron. Nice play on the edge for Josh Lacusa. Lacusa's made an impact at the edge. Not showing up in the stats a whole ton, but like a play like that where he can turn Gant inside, holds up his man at the edge.
I want to remind all of you to get all of ESPN college football, and that includes Maction, of course, all in one place. With the all-new ESPN app, you unlock with the ESPN Unlimited plan, or you can also log in with your TV provider, the ESPN app. Ben Finley going to go back to work. He gunned that out route. Looked like he had it on the hands of his intended receiver, Tim Greer. But Greer wasn't able to haul it in. And that's going to bring up now 3rd down and 9.
Looked a little bit like it jumped up on Greer a little sooner than he thought. Oh, you know what? I think Greer was looking at the defensive back, Luke Evans, coming at him.
Yeah, Luke Evans getting him back in action today. Big for the Miami D. Now through that that screen in the middle, and Finley was able to complete that to Kyan Mason. Short game there. This Miami defense, all levels, very impressive, Ryan.
They had to replace a lot of players from last year. But they have, you know, when you play Miami, you know what you're going to get. You know, they're going to understand their responsibilities. They're going to be where they're supposed to. And while the names may change, you know, Matt Salapak, one of the best linebackers in the MAC, a terrific career, who graduated last year. He said, we don't have a Salapak, but we have a lot of guys that make tackles, and the sum may be equal to the parts at sometimes. Not that you could replace the Salapak, but.
He's a tough one to replace. That high, booming boot. Fair caught by Lionel Billups-Williams of Miami. Real strong boot there, and it'll start Miami here from the 35-yard line, their own. 3:25 left in this opening half. Now, if you would have told me, and not that both these defenses aren't capable, as we look at, of course, the ultra-successful head football coach of the Miami Redhawks, Chuck Martin, not that both these defenses aren't playing good football, but, man, you know, we've played what? We've played into 26, going on 27 minutes of football without any points up. Now DeQuan Finn showed that jet sweep and then pulls the football down and just throws it out of bounds. There's an example. No, excellent job. Is what Miami's trying to spread Akron out there. 52 yards across the football field, and assignment football very good from the Akron Zips.
Yeah, they're running with him. Shimon Cooper, the linebacker, was in front of Finn as well, as he started to roll out almost a spy type technique, because right now they're playing stout against the run. Their pass coverage is good. Where I think Miami has an advantage is DeQuan Finn pulling the ball down and running, and Akron's defense is aware of that as well.
2nd and 10, 4 wide receivers, 3 to the bottom of your screen. Finn's in trouble. Well, and use those lively legs to bounce his way near the first down. He did get 10, move the chains. He was in a whole world of hurt right there.
Right on cue. Yeah, he's just so shifty, Michael, in small spaces. Looked like Julian LaVenture had the outside containment. Finn cut it inside and just navigated, weaved his way through several zip defenders for a great gain.
DeQuan Finn and Miami seeing if they could put the first points on the board here today. Scoreless battle. Play fake, Finn. Oh, a lot of time. Gonna gun that deep out, and it is caught. What a terrific ball that DeQuan Finn just delivered to Deion Colsey, who made that grab. That, everything from concept to delivery for 30 yards looked like an NFL play.
This is what he is known for, are the deep passes. Also the identification off the play action, that he had a linebacker, Gage Summers, covering Deion Colsey. It's a matchup he likes, and he was able to deliver a strike.
Boy, Colsey came into today with 4 for 72, but you could see he and Keith Reynolds, of course, along with Cam Perry, are the guy that's being looked at. 2-minute timeout. Miami looking to put the first points on the board today. Championship race in the MAC continues next week on ESPN Plus. Eastern Michigan goes down to Oxford to tackle with these Miami Redhawks. Ryan will be in Toledo for Kent State and the Toledo Rockets. Buffalo goes to UMass, Akron at Ball State, and Northern Illinois goes down to Athens to tangle with the Ohio Bobcats. Right here, right now, nothing on the board yet, scoreless. Jet sweep and looking to throw that football in the end zone. Incomplete, a little bit of contact there, but they jet sweep that and let Lionel Billups-Williams make the throw in the end zone.
It looks like a lot of contact down there. Not a bad throw. Almost had him.
So Billups-Williams, the slot receiver, he put it up looking for Deion Colsey, and Akron again defended that extremely well. 2nd and 10. Gonna run another reverse, and that misdirection. And out of bounds goes Keith Reynolds. Reynolds got inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. We've seen at least 3 or 4 reverses and misdirection out of Chuck Martin's offense today.
Well, after those 2 plays, I'm wondering what he has in store on 3rd down, Michael.
Yeah.
Pretty nice job by Bruno Dahl to keep outside contained. Finn tried to get a piece of him.
3rd and 6 now with $1:47 left in this 2nd quarter until halftime. For quarterback DeQuan Finn. DeShante Jones offset with him. Finn with time. Pocket breaking down. Finn now in trouble. Boy, put it up for grabs, incomplete. He was looking for at the goal line receiver Cam Perry. And for the 2nd time today, Akron has got their stop in a field goal time for Miami.
Finn did a great job of getting away from Julian LaVenture, and then Ronald Hall may have been trying to get another one of those pass interferences when he saw the defensive back had his back turned. Didn't have enough on it to get it to Perry.
Dom Jobin near the left hash. This will be from 36 yards away to try to put Miami on the board and give them the lead. A lot of leg. Dom Jobin hit that clean and true. Hey, first time this afternoon. A mark on the scoreboard. Jobin was able to connect there out of the hold of Pierce Stainton. Give Miami, so they culminate that drive in points and take the 3-0 lead with minute 33 left in the half.
And the key of that drive was the pass from DeQuan Finn to Deion Colsey. You look at some of the handiwork of DeQuan Finn today. He's really been dangerous with his running. As you can see here, he's very shifty in tight spaces. Intermediate route to get it into the hands of Cam Perry. But they asked DeQuan Finn to do a lot of things, and stronger than he looks. He looks like a more slight quarterback, Michael, but he's very strong in the lower half, which allows him to break tackles. And this, I believe, this is the pass to Colsey that got him in field goal range. And really the most explosive and biggest play of the half for Miami.
Yeah, Finn in his 4 years with Toledo against Akron came away with a big 49-14 win. On this kickoff return, oh, that's going to be a late hit. Yeah, that's going to be a late hit on Miami. As Akron kick returner Brandon Hills, he was definitely on that white and had run out of bounds, and he took that shot.
Dead ball, personal foul, late hit out of bounds. Kicking team, number 21. 15-yard penalty, first down.
He steps out of bounds and then kind of continues up the field. Those are 2 big hits after he was out of bounds. But I'm understanding the defense, though, because he's still coming up. They're running full speed. They may not have seen him step out of bounds. Despite that, it's another costly penalty in a first half filled with them.
And they got the DB, Tony Coleman, on that late hit. Chuck Martin, coaches now, they look at things right away.
Oh, he wants to know.
Play fake Finley going to gun that in route. It's hauled in. Got about 9 there, as he was able to gun that quick in route, and he put it on his wide receiver. Is that Israel Polk? It was Israel Polk. Finley again. Shot middle, right through the hands. Might have been a little bit behind, though. 10 receiver again, Israel Polk. So he's going to Polk on back-to-back throws.
Ben Finley is not lacking for gunpowder.
No, not at all.
This young man lets it rip. Also, generous with the football. I feel like if I put a jersey on, a blue jersey, he might throw me a ball down there. He's hit almost every
I'm sure
other.
He would.
I'm not sure I'm going to catch it. You got any?
I think he'd notice your innate receiver skills and made sure he got you the ball. Moving the sticks, first down. Akron Zips as they kept it on the ground, and Jordan Gant picked it up. Gant taken down on that play. Finley again. That throw is going to come up way short there as he continues to look for Israel Polk.
Nice job by the Red Hawks defense to get some pressure. They've had some trouble. Yeah, that's James Schott again, who already has 1 sack getting in the face of Finley. The Akron offensive line has held up very well in pass protection, but that time Miami found a way to get home on Finley.
2nd and 10 now for Ben Finley in this Akron Zips offense. Now he'll trigger that quick out. That's hauled in. Finley throws that out from one hash to the opposite sideline, as well as any quarterback we have in the MAC, as he hooked up with Connor Kravick there, his tight end.
He can sling it. It's a real challenge as a defensive coordinator and defensive backs coach to fix the mindset of, not fix, but make sure the mindset of your defensive backs are appropriate, that wherever you are on the field, Finley can get the ball there, so continue to cover.
Finley again taking a look-see. Wanted to look like he wanted to hit Jordan Gant, and that pocket broke down on him.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was Lakusha or Schott. They were both getting a good pass rush. One of them got the hand on the throwing arm of Ben Finley. We'll see it here. It's going to come from the right of your screen. And looked like a nice takedown by the right tackle.
A 3-0 Miami as Ben Finley tries to move his Akron offense. Crossing route. It was a little bit behind intended receiver Miles Walker. We do have a flag that was thrown near the line of scrimmage.
Holding offense number 51. That penalty is declined. Will be first down, Miami.
So that 4th down throw resulting in the penalty. Miami's going to get the football, and now 33 seconds left, Ryan. They do have all 3 of their timeouts. What do you think? Chuck Martin going to turn Daquan Finn loose here and see if they can garner more points on the board? Only 33 seconds left in the first half.
They don't need to get much, Michael, but I do think they're going to go get after it. They're going to try to get in the field goal range. Last week against Northern Illinois, kicker Dom Jobin missed a 54-yard field goal as the first half expired. He had plenty of leg. He just pushed it wide. So for Jobin to get into field goal range, it's only a couple first downs here, rather.
They do have their full complement of 3 timeouts. Finn's going to start with that quick throw, and he dials up complete. There's he was able to hit again his wide out, and making that grab for Miami was Billups Williams again. Lionel Billups Williams making that catch. Got out of bounds, stopped that clock. 28 seconds left. Miami trying to add to their 3-0 lead. Finn again looking to put it up. Going to take a shot deep. Got picked off. He got picked off. Intercepted by Akron. Coming up with that Akron Zips INT was Elijah Reed. Reed, boy, had that read beautifully and went up and virtually, Ryan, just took the football away from Deion Colsey.
He sure did.
Moving on the field is an interception. First down, Akron.
And that's Reed's second interception on the season. All of these are reviewed. I don't know if they'll stop it. There's a turnover tire for Elijah Reed. First time we've seen that today. You know, DeQuan Finn has been throwing some balls up to receivers deep when he sees defensive backs with their back to him. Oftentimes they're trying to.
The ruling on the field of an interception is under further review.
Oftentimes in those situations, Michael, he's thinking, not only does my guy have a chance at the ball and the defensive back may not because he doesn't see it, but you can also get a pass interference, which we saw earlier. And I believe what we're going to be looking at here is, does Elijah Reed secure the interception? Does he have possession of the ball before it comes out? Because as he rolls over, the ball clearly came out and hit the turf. But dangerous pass.
Yeah, no question about it. Although, you know, I mean, you're kind of relying, understood, one-on-one. You're asking, you know, your gifted wide receiver at 6'4", Deion Colsey, to maybe go up and make a play for you, huh?
That's exactly what he's looking for. In those situations, you want to go to those big outside guys, put it up in the air, and almost create a jump ball type situation. It's going to be interesting to see if there is a good camera angle to overturn this. You know, from what I could tell, at least from the initial one, we'll take a couple looks at some here, but unsure if he has the football secured, because as soon as he hits the ground, that ball spills out to the left of Reed. Clean pocket. Both of these offensive lines have done an admirable job of protecting their quarterbacks. I would love to have the mic and hear this conversation between the side judge and Chuck Martin. You know, I've worked a lot of sidelines in the past, Michael, and I was always intrigued at watching head coaches work those side judges. They said, that's not a spot I ever want, because, you know, the different tactics, some of them are, you know, best friends with them and hoping that sways a close decision, and other ones are just riding them.
Well, here's our answer.
After review, the ruling of an interception is upheld. First down, Akron.
All right, so it's upheld, so it is Akron football. There's only 21 seconds left. Ryan, the Zips have 2 timeouts, but obviously not advantageous field position here. I don't think that Joe Moorhead's going to look to take a shot here, maybe just run this half out. What do you think?
Let me see how they line up. You know, with the arm of Ben Finley, Michael, you could hit a 20-yard comeback, throw one over the middle, stop the clock. So I wouldn't be surprised if they take a shot downfield here. Oftentimes in these situations, too, you'll run it with Jordan Gant and see if he's able to pop one.
No, it is Gant, and Miami was all over that. And that is going to be your final snap of the first half. Yeah, we come inside 10 seconds left, and that's going to do it. We're not going to get another snap. Halftime, 30 minutes in the books, as Miami with that field goal has got the 3-0 lead
End of the first half.
over the Akron Zips. Don't go away. We've got a lot coming up for you at halftime, and we'll start our halftime roll with Miami leading Akron 3-0 in a moment on ESPN. Halftime here in Akron, Ohio, as Miami Redhawks and the Akron Zips go after it. You know, you can get all of ESPN college football, including MACtion, all in one place with the all-new ESPN app. Here's what you do. Unlock with the ESPN Unlimited plan, or you can log in with your TV provider. So far this 2025 college football season, there's one true breakout star in the game, one figure who has separated himself from the pack. But, you know, he isn't in the hunt for the Heisman. No, in fact, it's unlikely he'll ever be selected in the NFL draft. When former Heisman Trophy winner Eddie George was hired as the head coach at Bowling Green, it seemed very clear he would be the face of the program. But however, then along came Pudge the Cat, Bowling Green's unofficial mascot.
Back in March, when Bowling Green hired Eddie George, the 1995 Heisman Trophy winner, as its new head football coach, it seemed clear he would be the face of the program. But things have changed.
Pudge
Pudge the Cat, Bowling Green's unofficial mascot.
Pudge is like Julius Caesar around here, you know. When he comes down the street, the crowd parts. You know, they throw rose petals at his feet. He is the rock star.
Pudge Mania took off in early August at training camp. That was when Finn Hogan, a senior receiver, first encountered senior long snapper George Carlson's 3-year-old exotic short hair.
I was in the training room and someone came in and was like, hey, like there's a cat hanging out in one of the lockers in the locker room. I was like, what? So had to go check it out like anybody else would.
Hogan decided to post a video of Pudge to TikTok and Instagram. In an instant, a feline star was born. When you brought him into the locker room, what was the reason?
We had a tough practice before where people were kind of emotional and coaches were emotional. And so I thought, you know, what wouldn't be a better thing to bring my cat in and kind of switch things up.
2 months later, and Pudge is sitting pretty. A fat cat with NIL deals pouring in. He travels to road games where hotels have been known to exempt him from their no pets policies. He even has security. Actually, Assistant Athletic Director Taylor Jefferson.
No one signed me up for it, but you got to dress for the job that you want. That's what you always hear. It's a job I take very seriously. He needs the security. There's lots of people out there who want a piece of Pudge.
For his part, the Falcons head coach betrays no resentment regarding his demotion on the depth chart.
Love the cat. He is amazing. Although I'm allergic to him with the cats.
Pudge the cat has become the story. People say, hey, can you drive to Cleveland to have Pudge on a radio show? I'm like, it's radio. He doesn't talk.
Pudge, thank you for making the time for us. I know you have a busy schedule and you're in the process of grooming yourself. What has this been like for you? Becoming one of the biggest celebrities of the college football season.
But the power of Pudge transcends speech. For George Carlson, Pudge has been a constant source of comfort and strength, especially after his mother, Kristen, was diagnosed with ovarian cancer. She died last year at the age of 57.
I needed to make sure that I had somebody to talk to or be able to get me out of a dark mindset that I could get into. So Pudge was great. I think just having a companion was the best thing for me. He's brought me a lot of joy, a lot of comfort, especially in tough times, and allowing other people to have smiles on their faces from just seeing Pudge. I think it's a huge thing.
What's in it for Pudge?
What makes Pudge happy is this. It's not the celebrity. What he loves to do is to ease the spirits of broken souls. My only concern is I just want him to enjoy his life. He just wants to be a cat, man. He just wants to love. He wants to hang out. He just wants to get the sunshine. He wants to have snacks. He wants to be cuddled. Let Pudge just be Pudge sometimes.
Halftime wrapping up here in Akron, Ohio. And when we come back, we'll have a look at the first half highlights and also prepare you for what the second half could bring. That's coming up next. Only points put on the board in the opening half. The Miami Redhawks field goal to give them the 3-0 lead over the Akron Zips. Michael Regai, Ryan Cavanaugh, all of our outstanding ESPN crew as we take a look at the numbers in the first half. And, Ben Finley threw the football 25 times for for Akron. You think maybe that might have to be duplicated for them in the second half if they can't get a little bit of run game going.
Yeah, both teams have been very heavily dependent on the pass. Let's flip it over to the other side, Michael. DeQuan Finn's season high passing attempts is 26. He had 17 in the first half, so he's looking to go over that as well.
All right, away we go here in half number 2. Miami going to get their hands on the football first. Unreturnable on that beginning of the third quarter kickoff. So let's bring out this DeQuan Finn-led Miami Redhawks offense. And again, if you're saying to yourself, oh, that name sounds real familiar to you, yeah. This young man played 4 seasons for Jason Candle as a Toledo Rocket. Went to Baylor a year ago and then found his way back in the MAC with Chuck Martin in Miami this year, his 6th season of college football. Finn will put it up quickly. Hooked up with Keith Reynolds on that out route. And Reynolds got about 6, so we'll call it 2nd down to 4. What do you expect? Just more of the same from Chuck Martin's offense here in the second half with DeQuan Finn?
I do. I expect it to be DeQuan Finn running the football. He's the leading carrier with 7. That's more than their running backs combined, which is only 6. As we look at both of these quarterbacks in that comparison. But, they're trying to find a way to, there it is again, that's their run game right now, Michael.
It is. On 2nd and 4, that's exactly what it is. Boy, but how many times that particular type of throw, that quick throw, getting the football out beyond the hashes to one sideline or the other, that's been pretty much what Finn's entire pass game has consisted of too today.
For the most part, yep. And what that does oftentimes, we see one of the Akron zips down, is it will set up deeper passes.
Elijah Reed, the redshirt junior corner for the Akron Zips, up on his feet. We'll keep tabs on him, see if he's able to return to the football game here today. Others going on in the Mid-American Conference today, Toledo at Dwight Perry Stadium has a 21-7 halftime lead on Bowling Green. Northern Illinois and Eastern Michigan tied at 3. UMass, Kent State, Ball State, Western Michigan still to be heard from. Right here, 3-0. The Miami Redhawks with this lead and with the football for quarterback DeQuan Finn. And well, that run game continues to struggle, although Jordan Brunson did a good job to get back to the line of scrimmage there as he was hit in the backfield 3 yards behind it.
Yeah, that's what you get from Jordan Brunson. Look at the size of him. I mean, he's a big back. What would have been a gain of 0 or a loss of 1 was turned into 3 because the big fella kept the legs moving. Tough yards. And now it's Keith Reynolds in the backfield next to DeQuan Finn. We thought we'd see this, Michael.
Yeah. Keith Reynolds normally a receiver. Again, Finn's going to get the football out of his hands quickly. And yards after catch, Keith Reynolds with a very solid job there. So Reynolds, normally a wide receiver, and it got that quick throw there, and with the outstanding yards after catch.
Great job on the outside block, and you see Colsey getting into his man on the outside.
So Reynolds with the very strong gain there is now Miami will move from the 39-yard line in Akron territory. RPO game, Finn's going to keep it. DeQuan Finn, like a whirling dervish breaking out of tackles. He's got 14 yards and a first down on that quarterback carry.
Nice blocking up front. Gavin Roars, an excellent block. And you see Greg Smith Jr., right guard, who's coming on strong for the Redhawks offense.
Yeah, Mekhi Flowers, that last man on the defensive side there, was able to come up with that cut down tackle on Finn. But DeQuan Finn has Miami's offense moving now at the 25-yard line of Akron. Go to the ground game for another 230-pound running back Jordan Brunson carry. And Brunson.
Tough yards, Reg. He's right in between the tackles.
Yeah, Brunson on the call. So once in a while, again, we're seeing normal wide receiver Keith Reynolds. He wears 0. He'll line up offset as, in essence, a running back. We've seen that on a couple snaps for quarterback DeQuan Finn. 2nd and 6. Motion from Brian Shane. Shot to the corner of the end zone. Flag down. It was caught. Hauled in for the touchdown. Making that grab in the corner of the end zone. I just mentioned his name. Brian Shane.
Pass interference. Defense number 3. That penalty is declined. Result of the play is a touchdown.
Michael, this play gets set up because they keep throwing those now screens to the outside and the bubble screens, and it brings the defense up, and then you take a shot deep. This time they elected to go to Brian Shane, who made a terrific catch.
Well, and a real fun story on Shane. Career walk-on, as Chuck Martin told us this week.
The ruling on the field of a touchdown is under further
review. They're going to review that, so we'll continue our story on Brian Shane. Ryan, he caught his first career pass versus Colorado State last year in the Miami bowl game win, and went into Chuck Martin's office, a couple weeks after that bowl game win. Coach, I think I'm gonna call it a career football-wise, and Chuck Martin said, I'm gonna stay with you, and worked on him and talked him into staying with the program and coming back to play his 5th-year senior season this year. And so the career walk-on, got to be a wonderful feeling if this stands. That touchdown catch again, if it holds up for Miami.
Yeah, Coach Martin says he's a guy that he can trust to do everything. He uses him in pass protection. He told DeQuan Finn before last week, hey, I'm going to put Shane back here in pass pro, and DeQuan's like, what are you talking about? Why are we putting a tight end? He said, don't worry about it. Brian Shane has this covered. Extremely intelligent guy. Had job offers in Miami, and it was kind of a deal.
After review, the catch was made at the half-yard line. It will be 1st and goal at the half-yard line.
They took the career walk-on's first TD away from him. Big catch, though, nonetheless.
Well, maybe they'll line him up in the backfield and hand it to him, Reg.
Maybe, yeah. So they're going to spot that football inside the 1-yard line. Shane, he says, all right, okay. Shake his head a little bit, probably thinking, all right, Coach, can there be more coming for me? More opportunities this season. So Daquan Finn with Deshaunte Jones with him. The give is to Deshaunte Jones. Did the 250-pound redshirt freshman get in? No signal yet. Young man Ryan and I saw a lot. Glenville High School, that tremendously successful football program in Cleveland. There's no signal. Now they're putting that football down literally inches from the goal line. So no touchdown there.
I think you're going to see number 14 carry the ball again here.
Powering his way behind that offensive line into the end zone. Deshaunte Jones with his third touchdown of the year. All of them have been from, you can't get much closer than that. That football, I don't know if you could put an index card between the goal line and where that football was spotted, Ryan.
That's good. Yeah, the big fella. Power running back all season. He's been the third down back, and we thought he may get some more run in between the fives this week due to injury.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Not a term we use often, in between the fives.
Dom Jobin, the veteran fifth-year senior, to add the PAT, and he will do that successfully. And now this becomes a two-possession football game all of a sudden.
Media timeout.
Into the end zone for Deshaunte Jones. 10-0 Miami. So the Miami Redhawks getting what they wanted on that drive. Daquan Finn made a couple of big plays to get them near the house, Ryan, for them to cap it off.
Nice job by Daquan Finn on that drive. 4 for 4, 53 yards. Now 21 passing attempts on the afternoon. Capped off by the Deshaunte Jones. I mean, they're going to give him 1 yard. You can't call it less in the stat book, Reg.
Correct. It'll go down as a 1 yard TD run. 1 yard TD power. So there you see the numbers again. Took 4:28 to generate the 75-yard TD drive. So Kellen McLaughlin to boom this away for Miami. Returnable from the goal line for Akron. Solid return as working out over the 30-yard line for the Akron Zips on that return was Brandon Hills. Hills, the redshirt sophomore out of the state of Colorado, started his college career at Washington State. Ryan, you know, I know there's 25 minutes left in this football game, but for that man, it feels like, the best possible way to proceed would be a drive that puts points on the board here for Ben Finley in Akron.
It would go a long way.
Finley going to gun that out route. It was almost picked off. Boy, as stepping back into the pass lane there for Miami defensively was Eli Blakey. Don't mess with Blakey now. He's a good one on that corner.
They tried to get Blakey to come up on Jordan Gant in the flat, pumped it there, and Blakey did a good job of playing a little cat and mouse, splitting the two wide receiver options. Gave himself enough time to get his hand up and affect that pass from Finley.
Now Finley going to go back to the ground game. Good cut and getting through that small crease for the Akron Zips was running back Jordan Gant.
Look at the screen here, Michael. You know, Akron has had quite a few big plays this season, 17 of them, 9 on first down. They're still looking for their first one. That's a play of 20 yards or more. They don't have one yet this afternoon. A little uncharacteristic.
Before Finley could get that throw generated, he's looking for Miles Walker. Whistled flag.
False start. Offense, number 5. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Boy, I know you know, Ryan, most of the time you get that false start, it's with one of those 5 interior O-linemen. Boy, you really don't like it when it's a wide receiver that gets hit.
Yeah, and things have changed a little bit, but they're always, the wide receiver can just look in and watch the football.
Yes, sir. Finley. Pocket broke down, and down he goes. Miami came up with a sack. Was that Adam Trick again?
Yeah.
It was.
Adam Trick and by Job meet at the quarterback. Look at the two sandwiching them. Miami brought pressure that time on 3rd down, brought extra men, and Adam Trick, who's a real leader of this defense.
Well, how about the day Adam Trick has had, huh? Been all over, had his hand on everything going on with this Miami D today.
Yeah, Coach Martin this week, you alluded to it earlier, and I agree with him wholeheartedly. When your best player in any room is your hardest worker, that's where you're going to get the most juice from all the rest of the guys, because not only are they doing it with performance, but they're showing you how with work ethic.
Tough fair catch hauled in by Lionel Billups Williams. 10-0 Miami, and they've got the football when we come back. We've been telling you today about the college football journey, academically too, of quarterback Daquan Finn of Miami. So Ryan Cavanaugh, 5 years as a Toledo Rocket, 3 real good ones, then went down to Baylor and didn't go well for him down there. So Chuck Martin says, come on back to Ohio and be a Miami Red Hawk. 25 years of age now, so he's been around this game. This is into 7 years now. And the college game for Daquan Finn, young man out of Martin Luther King High School, very excellent program in the Motor City of Detroit.
What, that COVID stuff did some crazy things for
Boy, didn't it?
Athletic eligibility in colleges.
That's Jordan Brunson, that big 230-pound running back for Miami on the first down carry. Brunson got 4.
Interesting to see if you get more of Brunson and Jones and maybe a couple other guys now that Miami has extended its lead to a 2-possession game.
Yeah, I got a feeling, knowing Chuck, but Chuck Martin, I think, would love to put together about a 7-minute drive here. That puts points on the board, of course, and almost extinguishes this third quarter. Martin got a timeout as the play clock was running down.
Miami, their first timeout of the half. 30-second timeout.
You mentioned a seven-minute drive, Michael, last week to salt away the victory against Northern Illinois. He got just that, almost a 6-minute drive. And he said, you know, Brunson and Deshaunte Jones. Last week was an outlier, to say the least. You mentioned earlier Josh Ringer. He, in warm-ups, he jumped up to catch a ball, landed and rolled his ankle. It was a catch you've made 1,000 times in warm-ups. And then Tracy on the first carry goes out with an injury. So Brunson and Deshaunte Jones, who are 3 and 4 on the depth chart, may not even be expected to carry the ball at all of a sudden are the 2 guys. And he said both of those, Brunson and Jones, they both were men running the football during that 6-minute drive. So we might see both those guys getting a heavier workload as this game goes on.
Quick play action for Finn. He's going to take a shot deep. He put it on. Keith Reynolds, he's in the house. Touchdown, Miami. Let's check that. It was Cam Perry. Perry making that deep throw touchdown grab as Miami starts to open this up a little bit. 3rd touchdown catch of the year for Cam Perry, only 155 pounds, but the young man can absolutely fly.
That was about as perfect of a pass as Daquan Finn could have made. Perfectly in stride. Perry got behind the defense.
Dom Jobin to add the PAT to push this Miami lead now to 17-0. And this has happened quickly now. 2 touchdowns, 14 points here in quarter number 3 for the Miami Redhawks.
Michael, this is a slot fade where he lines up in the slot, runs that outside. See the slot fade, and Miami ran this play with Perry against Rutgers. He got behind the defense. They ran that play against Wisconsin, and he got behind the defense. Now they run it against Akron, and guess what? Cam Perry gets behind the defense for another touchdown reception, and Miami has come out in this second half offensively and defensively with their hair on fire.
Good. How about the delivery that Daquan Finn gave him? Finn put that rock right on that that number 8 of his receiver.
It was a perfect pass.
Well, again, Chuck Martin told us that Cam Perry has made huge jumps in his practice habits and the way that he's approaching those for Miami. And you see the dividends paid there is that Miami return from Brandon Hills will start this offensive drive. But boy, that throw from Finn, hooking up with Can Perry has put an entirely different complexion on this now, Ryan. This is suddenly a 3-possession game in Miami's favor.
This is where Akron's going to find out what they're made of. You know, because you have a couple options here as things are not going well.
Finley tried to throw that deep comeback route on the sideline. And again, well, how many times have we said Eli Blakey today? Outstanding defensive play, breaking that up on the throw that was intended for Marcel Williams.
But my point, when you get down 3-3 like this, 3 scores, there's a decision to be made. Like, are we going to fold up the tents? Or, are things going bad? Are we going to start feeling sorry for ourselves? Or are we going to start swinging back? And right now, Ben Finley and this offense needs a good response. That wasn't it.
More flags. Should be a false start on Akron.
False start. Offense number 72. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
Center Colin Lyons, the 5th-year senior. Well, now, and if you're front 7 too in Miami, boy, you're loving this, Ryan. This is the time of the football game when your offense has put you up 3 possessions. You can really turn it loose. Finley had to check down and come underneath and slipped right through the hands of Cameron Montero.
Yeah, Finley looked like he was looking deep, and then Montero appeared right in front of him. Now there was a defender there coming at him. That could have impacted it. It also looked like Finley had a little extra sriracha on that football.
Sriracha.
A little hot sauce, Michael.
I like that. Well, yeah, see the difference 7 days can make. As last week, Ben Finley had his Akron offense absolutely moving and grooving. That deep in route, he put that on the money there and hooked up with probably his favorite receiver, Kyan Mason. Mason made the grab, moved those sticks. Oh, did Finley and Akron need that?
That was a mature play by Finley because he broke the pocket and yet gathered his feet, kept his eyes downfield, wasn't looking to run the football, was able to find Mason over the middle.
Now I'll go back to that RPO ground game. Solid first down carry for Sean Patrick. 180-pounder, redshirt freshman.
Akron blocks that play very well. You got Oscar McWood coming up to make the play. McWood and Malcolm McCain are 2 backups from the linebacker position, but both very capable.
We'll stay with that ground game, and this time Miami's front 7 got all over that. Sean Patrick on the call again, and for Miami, that looked like O.J. Alexander. Big defensive tackle who wears number 99 on that hit.
He's in there. The Blakey had snuck up on the line of scrimmage as well. He was in that dog pile.
Well, I'm convinced that, and I think it's better to serve. So is Chuck Martin. Blakey will play anywhere you want him to.
Yeah, he's a player.
Line him up as like a nose tackle. He'll do that for you, and he'll get back at the back end of your secondary as well. Joe Moorhead's got to get a timeout here for the Akron Zips.
Timeout. Akron, their first timeout of the half. 30 seconds.
So the whistles and flags keep piling up for the Akron Zips. As this depicts, showing you some of the miscues that have cost them offensively.
Yeah, that gave Miami a fresh set of downs early in this game. And it appeared like every time Akron started getting some momentum offensively, something would happen. And this was another 15-yarder on Justin Anderson that allowed Miami to get another fresh set of downs. And that was a hold in the backfield. Another offsides. Akron has been disjointed at times.
Yeah, again, feeling like a drive that needs to be culminated here by the Akron Zips with points as they trail by 3 possessions, 17-0. Sack time for Miami, and they got all over quarterback Ben Finley there, and that was Adam Trick had a part of that hit.
Yeah, he's worked with By Job. They sent out invitations to each other, said, bye, I'll meet you at Ben Finley, and he accepted. Look at those two. Almost simultaneously do they sandwich Ben Finley.
By Job, an interesting story. Young man from Norman, Oklahoma. Started his career at Michigan State, then went to Kansas, and now makes it back to Chuck Martin in Miami. Now hanging that punt high, it went right through the hands of Miami punt returner Lionel Billups-Williams. Billups-Williams got back on it, and Miami is going to start this possession as we look at Daquan Finn's day.
Yeah, really nice play, nice pass there to Brian Shane to set up the touchdown run by Jones, but this is a beauty. It was like a video game. In a video game, you hit a button, you throw it, and somehow it just lands in the receiver's hands.
Yeah.
40 yards downfield, and that's exactly what happened. I mentioned earlier I wish I was a fly on the wall to hear Coach Martin's conversation with the side judge during a replay. I would also like to have known what he said to these guys at halftime, because Miami has come out and they look like a completely different team.
Totally different football offense, especially. Defense is real good. That's a strong first down carry for Jordan Brunson. You forget, you look at Brunson, and if you're not looking closely, young man is yoked up, 235 pounds on that 6-foot frame.
Well, he runs angry too. It's an offensive running style, meaning everybody trying to tackle him offends him, and he's going to put his shoulders down and let him know.
Moves the sticks there. Nearing the midfield stripe. Keep it with Brunson this time. Akron says, no, you won't.
That was
coming up on that hit for Akron. Of course, out of that, that's Cyrus Durham again, wasn't it?
This technique is outstanding. Michael, watch. Durham's going to keep his right hand free. See him working on the inside. Keeps his outside hand free. As Greg Smith Jr. was trying to block him, and as the running back comes, Durham's strong enough to grab him with one hand and bring him to the turf. He's one of our impact players today, and that was an impactful play.
Yeah, Joe Moorhead said he's been getting better at stopping the run game and putting pressure on the quarterback. Look at the time for Finn off the play fake. Now he'll gun sideline. Hauled that in at the 40-yard line. That's Deion Colsey making the catch, and that'll move the sticks for a Miami first down.
The threat of Daquan Finn to run is real. Look at the bottom of your screen. You're going to see 16 Devon Frazier drop into coverage, and he comes up when Finn rolls, and that leaves the receiver, Colsey, wide open. But he bailed from coverage because Finn is such a threat in the open field.
Now Finn showing that RPO and then play faked and kept the football. Maybe got a couple as he was taken down out of that Akron secondary by Justin Anderson. A moving clock with 2 minutes and 20 seconds left now here in this third quarter. Miami with a couple of touchdowns has opened up a 17-0 lead. 4 wide receivers. Finn on that quarterback draw. Daquan Finn has got a first down inside Akron's 30-yard line. So Ryan, that's a straight quarterback draw. They just spread it out, and Finn says, I'm gone.
Daquan Finn He's backyard playing two-hand touch as we used to do, especially in the street.
Oh, yes.
Real tough to bring down, real tough to get your hands on, and he's so jittery, quick, twitchy.
And the 202-pound, 60-year senior quarterback from the Motor City of Detroit has got his Miami Redhawks offense on the move once again, trying to add to their 17-0 lead. There was nothing going right for Miami there offensively. Brian Shane, the tight end, he'd come out of a three-point, just stood up, and Ryan, he basically said, oh, what do we got? What are we doing?
5-yard penalty, first down.
Michael, he looked like an air traffic controller trying to land a plane. There was so much waving going on.
Yeah, needless to say, it didn't go as they wanted it scripted for Miami, but there you look at the plays today in the first half and juxtapose that with 172 yards in 16 less plays here in the second half. Going to go to that jet sweep again, trying to make those quick moves. Keith Reynolds.
You know, he's not going to get the tackle, Cyrus Durham. He's not going to get the tackle on this, but that's an excellent job as the play side defensive end.
He's played well today, Cyrus Durham for Akron.
He sure has. When you see that jet sweep motion coming across and you're the end on the other side, you got to get upfield. You got to either make the tackle or reroute him. And that time he got his hands on Reynolds, rerouted him, and allowed his defense to come in and help.
All right, second and 15 now. That line to make is down at the 19-yard line of Akron. Stay with a ground game through open space again is Jordan Brunson. Well, that offensive line, too, let's not forget them. Big fellas up front, they're getting it blocked today for Jordan Brunson and DeQuan Finn.
You know, Michael, we talked about some of the injuries that Miami's had. As we're going to hit the end of the quarter here, we'll come back and talk about that offensive line in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, we will. Redhawks feeling good about themselves. They're 15 minutes away of winning on back-to-back weeks at Northern Illinois and Miami. They've got a 17-0 lead over Akron. Back inside InfoCision Stadium here in the campus of the University of Akron. Good to have you along on ESPN. Michael Regai, Ryan Kavanaugh. Gene Winters, our producer. John Staley, our director, and all of our terrific crew. Third quarter yardage. Well, that shows you the dominance of the 15 minutes the Miami Redhawks had here. And they are on the move, looking to add to their 17-0 lead with 15 minutes left in this one. Finn's going to throw that quick out. It's hauled in inside the 20 to the 19-yard line as on that catch, Lionel Billups-Williams.
You see the pressure coming from Akron. Finn able to recognize it, get the ball out. And Billups-Williams almost had a big play. Elijah Williams was able to get off his block and bring in Billups-Williams. And they're going to go.
Lined up, as you see down the bottom of your screen, with 3 receivers.
The ruling on the field of a first down is under further review.
So they'll take a look at that and see whether or not the line to gain was reached by Lionel Billups-Williams on that catch for Miami. So the Redhawks, Ryan Kavanaugh, there you see Billups-Williams. It's going to matter where the spot's put, period. So we'll see where they want to spot the football here. But going back to last week, this is back-to-back weeks now, Ryan, on the road for Chuck Martin and his football team in DeKalb, Illinois, where they racked up an 11-point win, 25-14 over Northern Illinois. And here they are today, just starting the fourth quarter, 3-possession, 17-0 lead over Akron. Now, again, you win back-to-back weeks on the road in the Mid-American Conference, you're doing something real positive. That doesn't come easy.
No, you're right. We look at we're going to get the call.
After review, the runner is down short of the line to gain. It will be fourth down at the 19.5-yard line. Fourth down.
And this is an interesting decision here. Do you take 3 more points, or do you put number 14, goal line back, Deshaunte Jones in and try and get a half of a yard?
The latter. The way you just laid that out.
Maybe they're going Brunson here, but yeah, see, I was expecting to see the bigger fella. You can't call one running back big and not the other guy when the other guy's 230.
That's exactly right. So offset is Jordan Brunson on 3rd and short, but Brunson and DeQuan Finn didn't get a real good decision on that play fake. Who's going to take the football?
That's a great play by Gage Summers. Sometimes Michael does it, put it in the stomach, and when you're running that zone read, quarterback puts it in the stomach and he decides. But that time, the running back Brunson was trying to take it as Finn was trying to pull it, and Gage Summers just said, I'm going to destroy everybody. Takes him down. And this is one of the best linebackers in the MAC. It reminds me of, what was the, Andonia? The former.
Thinking of Matthew Salopek from Miami?
Oh, no, I was talking about the old Akron guy from Aurora. I'll think of it.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Bubba Arslanian.
Bubba
Arslanian, yeah.
Yeah, Bubba was a great linebacker. Looks like him. This time, going back to live action, a little bit off. And you can see how live the arm of Finley is. And that's a tough adjustment for Montero. When you're coming out of a curl and the ball's thrown around you, your momentum's going one way, you have to reach back. And when the ball is thrown as hard as Finley throws it, sometimes it's tough to bring that in.
Finley gonna look to gun that quick sit-down route there, and I don't know if Tim Greer had his hands on it, but he certainly was in a strong coverage from Miami's excellent defensive secondary. That's Michael Yarborough on that breakup. There's a good look at Yarborough, 6'2", 200-pound junior out of that excellent Belleville, Michigan high school program. Was a teammate of current Michigan quarterback Bryce Underwood. Speaking of quarterbacks, Ben Finley with a late dive. It's going to depend on the spot. The line to make was the 31-yard line.
They're going to give it to him. Watch the end of this play, Michael. Finley's floating in the air on this dive. What an effort from Finley. Knew where the sticks were. Knew he was going to get hit. Went airborne anyways.
The ruling on the field of a first down is under further review.
I think you heard the crowd's reaction to that, so I'll just leave it right there.
This is an important drive for Akron. We're in the fourth quarter, just 13 and a half minutes left, and they have struggled, as we just saw, to move the football in the second half. Which, again, you mentioned juxtaposition. It's quite different than what the Akron Zips offense looked like in the first half, where at least from the 20 to 20, they were moving the ball effortlessly at times. But they've become a little bit more one-dimensional. I believe early in the game they were mixing Jordan Gant runs, Sean Patrick runs with Ben Finley's arm. And now, although we're watching on this play Ben Finley run the football, that was not the play call. That was a broken play. They've gone almost exclusively to the pass game here in the second half.
Well, yeah, and you know, in our conversation with Joe Moorhead this week, he said, how did the energy when you knew you were going to get Ben Finley back this week, did you get a sense the energy picked up? He said, oh, yeah, like tenfold, palpable, knowing that Ben was going to be back because of the confidence and the leadership that he, you know, basically runs his football team with, as its starting quarterback has improved a hundredfold.
The runner is down short of the line of gain at the 30.5-yard line. It'll be fourth down and half a yard to go.
Well, trailing 17-0 and early fourth quarter, 13.5 left. There you see that that look. So offense stays on the football field, meaning Ben Finley. From their 30.5-yard line, they need a half yard on this fourth down snap. Well, I don't know. I don't think Jordan Gant got there. It looks like from our vantage point, this is going to be the stop on fourth down, and Miami turning possession around to them on that hit.
First down, Miami. Media timeout.
Both teams trade 4.5 yard. Neither of them get it.
So the Miami defense starts to rise up here and getting that stop on fourth and less than a yard. Miami leads it 17-0. Their football when we get back. Here's what we have for you next Saturday on our ESPN family of networks. Eastern Michigan heads down to Oxford, Ohio to tackle with these Miami Redhawks. Toledo hosts Kent State. Buffalo goes to UMass. Akron's got to head to Muncie, Indiana to tackle with Ball State. Northern Illinois down to Athens, Ohio against the Ohio Bobcats. All of that coming up on the ESPN family of networks next week. Right here, 13-16 left of the fourth quarter. Akron has just turned it over on downs. Miami's got it. Excellent field position at Akron's 30 and a 17-0 lead. And going to run the football, running their inside power game. As that, of course, is every back they have is a big back. Jordan Brunson, the fifth-year senior at 235 pounds. Although he isn't the biggest, Deshaunte Jones is 250. Their redshirt freshman from Glenville High in Cleveland. Well, I mean, realistically, for Akron to have any shot, yeah, they're going to have to find a way to hold Miami to 3 here. Well, how about the defensive play there on Jordan Brunson, as that was Julian LaVenture, the big defensive tackle that got in and made Brunson have to work hard to get back to the
defensive tackles able to get that sort of penetration into the offensive backfield. A lot of times they're called on to just occupy a couple bodies and let the linebackers come make the plays and get their name in the paper. That time, quick first step from LaVenture. Unable to bring Brunson down, but held him up long enough for his teammates to bring him in for a short loss.
Yeah, Chuck Martin was standing right next to the side judge to call that timeout as that play clock was running down. Miami in control with a 17-0 lead. Daquan Finn, solid day for this sixth-year senior from the Motor City of Detroit, running Chuck Martin's Miami offense. Ryan Cavanaugh
doing it very well. We knew his skill set coming in, being able to run the football and being able to throw the ball deep. He's been outstanding all afternoon, but how about him warming up in the second half? 7 for 7, 137 yards, almost perfect. I mean, perfect on completions.
really picked it up, as Ryan certainly just laid out for you here in the second half. There you have it. 70 career TD passes, had 28 touchdown runs. So, yeah, truly one of the real top dual threat quarterbacks we have in the college game. Looking at 3rd and 8 right here. Finn to put it up, maybe. Now he's going to break contain. That late throw is broken up. That's incomplete. It's excellent defensive coverage for Akron out of that secondary. That looked like Elijah Reed, the corner. That was it Reed? Yeah, Elijah Reed, a redshirt junior out of Louisville, Kentucky. So the field goal team out for Chuck Martin. This is going to be a 46-yarder. Pretty much straight on the sticks for one of the best in the business, Dom Jobin. Plenty of leg from 46 yards away to bump the lead to 20-0 Miami. So Akron now in a 3-touchdown deficit when we get back. Not a scoring drive for Miami. Doesn't look pretty, but to put 3 on the board, 4 plays, only went a couple of yards. And Dom Jobin connected on the 46-yard field goal make. And now, that pretty much for Miami doesn't seal a football game with almost 12 minutes to play. But again, if you're Akron now, Ryan, you're pretty much looking at you want to get back in this and win it. Got to put 3 touchdowns on the board now in this 4th quarter.
Yeah, they got some work to do, but they have the weapons to do it.
Oh, yeah, they do, sure.
And going back to Dom Jobin from Miami, as we take a look at some of these stats of Finley, he's fallen off a little bit. He was really hot to start, but only 84 yards since that 6-for-6 start. But the kicker for Miami, Dom Jobin, is now 8 for 10 on field goals on the season. And one of those was a 54-yarder at the end of the half, which you certainly don't expect him to make. But he's having an all-MAC type season for the Redhawks.
Yeah, Wayne, he's one of the best field goal kickers that we have in the MAC. That football's got to be caught, as Ben Finley delivered that dart and put it on Kyan Mason. The normally reliable shore-handed Mason just flat out didn't catch it, as you see.
That was a big hit from Malcolm McCain. McCain made the stop on 4th down, and he didn't play a whole lot last week because of injury. But Coach Martin this week said that Malcolm McCain is going to be a stud in this league. And you can see why. That was a big-time hit.
Yeah, they list him as a linebacker. And, of course, he's one of those multi-position doers for Chuck Martin's defense. 1st down carry for Jordan Gant. Or, excuse me, 2nd down carry for Jordan Gant.
Good
Got him
pickup.
about 6, right?
Yep, good pickup. Makes 3rd manageable.
We're coming inside 11 minutes on this snap. Again, 20-0 Miami as the Redhawks have come into Infocision Stadium and controlled this football game. 1st down there as Ben Finley will deliver that quick out as he was able to hook up with Israel Polk. Polk, one of the big play guys for Akron. Has been a quiet day for Polk.
Going to go 3 receivers to the bottom with only a tight end. Kravac up top.
Finley going to gun that out. Well, I look at Israel Polk just flat out lost his footing and is coming up a little bit gimpy and is going to come off the football field.
You know, if you're on the Akron sideline or the Miami sideline and a receiver falls down, you better have your head on a swivel and be paying attention, because you don't want to be hit by a Ben Finley out route when you're not paying attention.
Yeah, Finley can rip it and zip it.
It's like
No pun intended on his his Akron football team, but he's got that kind of arm. Check down there. See, there's a real good decision by Finley. He wanted to go a little bit deeper to Cameron Montero, and instead he checked that down for Sean Patrick and picked up good yardage.
Nice job by Patrick to find the soft spot in between the linebackers in the middle of the field, settle down, and he finds them. You look at those 3rd down numbers. Neither team is going to be bragging to anybody about how they've done on 3rd down, Reg. 3
No,
of 10,
you're right.
5 of 13.
This is all 4-down territory now. Crossing route and delivering that dart and hooking up with Cameron Montero. Move the sticks in Miami territory on the Ben Finley delivery of the completed throw. So now Akron going without the huddle. Again, down by 3 touchdowns, 20-0. Dig route, excellent ball as Finley delivered and put it on Kyan Mason.
Michael, that was the first play for Akron in Miami's territory this half, and this time it's a similar route we saw earlier, and Mason able to secure it this time, and this 2-minute offense is humming.
It'll get momentarily short-circuited, and I got to believe that's a false start on Akron.
Number 4, 5-yard penalty, 1st down.
They got Tim Greer, the wide receiver. You can't false start and leave early if you're a wide out. Right? You just can't. I mean, if nothing else, just look down the line of scrimmage to when the football snapped.
Look at this, 99.2% of the time, Akron's in the shotgun. Do you think Baylor at 99.8%, do you think they even practice under center?
No.
I don't think so either.
Nope.
You know, when you're going fast, though, you talk about offensive receivers jumping off sides. Like
Finley again, that's a sweet grab. That dig route was thrown behind the diminutive Kyan Mason. He reached behind him, helping a brother out there. Mason saying, I'll get you, QB. 1st down, Akron. Now back to the ground game. Big hole for Jordan Gant as he explodes and lowers his pads inside the 5. It has been a while since the Akron Zips have been down in this territory. Strong run by Jordan Gant.
Great job by the offensive line opening up a hole.
First and goal from the 4-yard line of Miami.
They got man coverage across.
Boy, Finley and Gant, that's the second time today that Finley, Ryan, he's holding the football too long on that zone read, or he doesn't feel that Gant has it securely. Got to be something.
It's interesting to try and run it. When they go man-to-man, that means they got an extra guy in the box.
Right.
It's hard to run there. I know you're in the red zone, but you know, you look outside at the top of the screen, the bottom, they've got solo receivers now that they're packing the box.
Boy, this is this heavy run package, and of course, Finley's going to throw the football. Touchdown. Touchdown throw from Ben Finley as he put it on wideout Israel Pope. Touchdown, Akron.
It's a really nice job. Finley actually showed like he was going to run it himself, and then calls an audible, finds Polk in the back of the end zone. There's life in Akron.
Yeah, third touchdown catch of the season for the 175-pound redshirt sophomore. Transferred to Akron from the Pitt Panthers program, Israel Polk. Matthew Sherm to add the PAT, and he will do that. And okay, you know, 6:54 left. Is there a little bit of life for the Akron Zips, and you anticipating onside here?
I think it's too early for an onside kick, but I think they have life. You got to get a 3 and out. You got to get Miami off the field. But this drive was almost exclusively on the arm of Ben Finley and this offensive line to pass protect. You saw Montero. Kyan Mason had a bunch of big catches over the middle. There was one of them. Here's another one. And here's the touchdown pass to Polk. I don't know if they're going onside kick just yet, but looking at the personnel Akron's rolling out, it may just be that.
Well, I wanted to get your thought on it, partner, because, you know, I know it's something that Joe Moorhead, they work extensively. I'm sure most programs do. You start getting, you know, when you start working your fourth quarter packages, you do it, okay, we're behind by 10, right, with 7 minutes left, or we're up by 10 with 7 minutes left. There's a lot of attention to detail from coaching staffs all over college football put into those type situations.
Yeah, well, we're going to see it here. They're going for it.
Looks like the onside kick is coming for the Akron Zips. Boy, a lot of movement, reversing sides for 4 different players.
2 kickers.
There's your onside kick. Ooh, if Akron had a player there, that was a hop that could easily have been handled. Marcel Williams, who wears number 2, was the closest to it. Ryan, watch Marcel Williams here, number 2.
Well, you're going to see a big block here because that's a Trick, number 20, who takes out Alex Branch. Watch Branch at the very bottom. He's got a shot, and Trick levels
Kick out
him.
of bounds, kicking team number 48. 5 yards.
Yeah, I thought Branch, and as I said, also Marcel Williams might have had a shot just inside the right shoulder of Branch.
Yep.
Didn't materialize, though. Now, if you're Miami, 6:54 left, you got to feel like if you go down and put points on the board, Ryan, that turns it into a 3-possession game again if you're the Miami Redhawks.
And that's the downside of it. You know, if you got to stop and you were able to drive down and score, then go for an onside kick. But
sure,
goes back to knowing what you need to get.
Daquan Finn, 60-year senior, running this program. That first down carry, maybe back to the line of scrimmage for Jordan Brunson. Well, Akron's defense against the run, I feel like just overall, you know, Ryan, under defensive coordinator Tim Tibesar, I think it's grown this year, and I mean positively. It's grown and doing a much better job than in the last couple of years.
I think they've done a good job. Yeah, their front has been very good. They don't rotate in as many guys as some other teams in the MAC, but what they have is very, very good, very sound.
Yeah, they're showing blitz here. And busting through that little bit of space again is Jordan Brunson. Brunson's going to bring up a now 3rd down and short. We'll call it 3rd and a long 1, a short 2. Most importantly, for both football teams, we're inside 6 minutes left now.
This is some good blocking up front by Miami.
Got to think that maybe a two-way go again for DeQuan Finn, right? Whether or not he, in that zone read game, he gives the football up or potentially keeps it himself. Tight formation. Finn kept the football. He's got a 1st down. 1st down, DeQuan Finn stepped out of bounds about the 26-yard line, and that, and Akron's got 2 timeouts left, but Ryan, that's going to probably, if Miami wants it, take another 2.5 minutes off the clock here.
You see the frustration with Finn saying, why did I run out of bounds? But the clock's going to continue to tick. So his concerns were all for naught. I agree with you, Michael. And by the way, good call, partner. You said he was going to do a little zone read action. He did. And he called his own number. Good enough yardage to move the chains.
Well, Chuck Martin pretty much told us that's the best part of the game that has always attracted DeQuan Finn. And remember, Chuck Martin's coming from a place where, playing against him for 3 years as the Toledo Rockets quarterback and trying to, get a lot of the things he does well nullified. But his clock moves as we approach 4 minutes left. And no hurry is Chuck Martin's offense without surprise.
Yeah, I would say it's actually the opposite of that. It's extreme patience. That time they snapped it with 1 on the play clock.
They're going to do the same here. They snap it with 1. And go to their big back. Jordan Brunson, he's inside the 15-yard line. And again, every time 1st down here, I think, if you're Chuck Martin, you don't need any more points if you handle your business well here on the offensive end, correct?
No, absolutely. I mean, they're up, 13 points. All they have to do is continue doing what they're doing, milk the clock. If anything, he's probably a little upset that Brunson got as many yards as he did. In these situations, 2nd and 1, 3rd and 1 is your friend.
Exactly. 2 timeouts left for Akron. But this play clock is going to be, again, they're snapping it at 1. There's your veteran quarterback for you. Brunson will bounce outside, carrying tacklers down to the 8-yard line. Clock continues to move. And now Joe Moorhead said, we better use one of those timeouts right here.
32nd timeout of the half. 30 seconds.
That's their second. They got one more.
And Miami's doing a good job of reestablishing the line of scrimmage. The big guys up front have been very good today, and right now when they need them most, when Akron knows they're going to run, that's not easy for an offensive line to play against a blitzing, a defense that's going to blitz the run and get after it. And Miami's offensive line has responded very well.
So 3:01 left. Chuck Martin and this Miami offense feel like we're in very fine control right now. They're looking at a 2nd and 3, but more down in distance, more important than that. Of course, the score standing at number 1 there for Miami, but timeouts left for Akron. And how, with the clock running, they use all the play clock. Brunson's got another carry. didn't quite get to that line to make. And no timeout. There it is. I was looking down at Joe Moorhead. He just got the timeout call. And that is going to be the last one, though,
Timeout Akron.
for the Akron
Their
Zips.
final timeout of the half. 30 seconds.
The last drive for Miami that stalled out on a 4th and half where they didn't get it was over 5 minutes. We're looking at approximately a 4-minute drive here. So, 3/4 of this quarter, well, almost the entire quarter, because there's still almost 3 minutes on the clock, but for 4 plays by Miami, they have held on to the football.
Yeah.
And it's real hard to score when your offense is on the sidelines. And I'm talking about the Zips.
Well, and you and I talk about this a lot, being, just meat and potatoes football guys. When you have the lead in the 4th quarter, how do you close a football game? I mean, can you do it and make sure it's done to put yourself in the proper position to do that? I think Chuck Martin and his staff do that as well as anybody.
Yeah, it's called the 4-minute offense. It's not as popular as the 2-minute, but the 4-minute offense is when you get the football and you're trying to run the clock out, how effectively are you able to do that?
Well, it's going to depend on the spot. As again, they showed zone read, but Daquan Finn kept the football, didn't he? He pulled it out of Jordan Brunson's potential carry. Finn kept the football. They're still spotting this short. Clock continues to move. Akron can't do anything about it, and you've still got 15 seconds on the play clock, and Daquan Finn, he's been snapping it at 1.
Yeah, well, this will take it to the 2-minute timeout.
Yeah.
So really, when we come back, Michael, we'll find out, are they going to take the 3 points or are they going to go for the yard?
That is the 2-minute timeout.
We'll discuss that when we come back. 20-7 Miami looking to put this one away against Akron. Elsewhere in action today as we come back to Infocision Stadium. Oh, look at the comeback by the Bowling Green Falcons. It's 21 apiece, and we're told that Bowling Green has just come up with a turnover deep in Toledo territory. So we'll keep an eye on that in the big one at Dwight Perry Stadium. Northern Illinois has got a 4-point lead on Eastern Michigan, and Kent State up 2 touchdowns, 14-0 on UMass. Here, 20-7, Miami. Daquan Finn keeping the football. Finn down near the 2-yard line. And again, that should probably get it put into the win column securely for the Miami Redhawks as Joe Moorhead and his Akron Zips Ryan cannot stop the clock.
Yeah, really nice blocking on the edge here. They need to get a yard. You see Mitchell Butler in there blocking, Brian Shane and DeShante Jones. And they could probably, that was 4th and half. I think they're just going to take a knee here and walk out of Akron, Ohio with a win.
Yeah, what we say a few minutes ago, they don't need any more points. All they need to do is to handle their offensive business here properly. And there is the knee from Daquan Finn. He'll need to do that one more time, and you got a victory here. And we've in that big one at Dwight Perry Stadium, Bowling Green has come all the way back and have now taken a 27-21 lead over Toledo.
Yeah, extra point pending, down 21-0. And that, you know, as we look at this game, we walked into this, Michael, and I really felt that this was anybody's ball game.
Right.
And throughout the first half, when Akron's going to look back and say, we might have let one get away from us. They missed a field goal in the first half.
Yep.
They threw an interception at the 1-yard line, and Miami was ahead 3-0 at half. It could have and should have perhaps been 10-3 at halftime. And how big do those points loom right now?
Well, there's your final snap right there as Chuck Martin and Joe Moorhead are going to come together. There they are. These two outstanding football coaches have great respect for one another. And today it'll be Chuck Martin coming into Infocision Stadium with his Miami Redhawks and putting together a 20-7 win over Akron. That's back-to-back road wins for Chuck Martin in Miami as they look to go into the final stages of MAC League play in a real good stead.
They do, and they're going to need it. I think they have the toughest stretch coming up in a little bit here of any team in the MAC. They have to play Western, then Ohio, then Toledo, then Buffalo, all 4 weeks in a row. But with Daquan Finn running and throwing the way he did today, Michael, we are looking at potentially a team who has a real shot at a MAC championship.
They do. Next week, they get back home for the next 2. They've got Eastern Michigan and Western Michigan at home in their next 2 games in Oxford. Akron was feeling good about that win last week, but now got to pick up the pieces again as the Zips will go to Ball State next week. All right, that's going to do it for us. We appreciate the tremendous work. Our producer, Gene Winters, our director, John Staley, our statistician, John Nelson, and all of our terrific ESPN crew. Now for Ryan Cavanaugh, I'm Michael Rega. I hope you enjoyed it, everybody. It's Miami coming on the road again with a 20-7 win over Akron. Have a great rest of your football weekend, everybody. So long.